Magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Ako si Khylla Meneses. Mula ako sa Center for Youth Advocacy and Networking. Ang CIAN ay isang youth-led and youth-serving non-government organization. Ito rin ay isang non-profit organization that actually envisions a community where young people are empowered and able to effect societal change towards a truly just and democratic society. Alright, to start yung ating discussion, umpisahan natin sa isang hapon. We have one big democracy project. Ano yung pwede nating gawin? Ano yung dapat nating gawin? Umpisahan natin sa isang tanong. How important is the 2020 elections? Simple lang, no? If we want our democracy to survive, we should all work to have a clean and honest elections this coming 2022. Pero nasaan ba yung kabataan dito? Meron nga bang significant talaga ang youth vote? Alright. Many of us, mga kabataan, yung hopeful about young people and the elections. At itong hope na ito, I believe, is not without a basis. Of these 65 million registered voters, 32.7 million dito ay between ages to 18 and 30 years old. The youth sector, therefore, constitutes over 50% ng ating voting population. And if i-expand natin yung bracket natin to 18 to 41, yung number ng voters ay mag-aangat hanggang 37 million. Anong ini-imply nito? We are more than enough to determine the outcome of the elections in May 2022. Ano ulit sinasabi nito? We are one of the biggest chunk, tayong youth vote, tayong mga kabataan, of voters by age or generational category. So tayo rin yung may one of the biggest groups in the population that actually has the power to affect yung transformative influence. The youth sector indeed is a potent electoral force that can help in deepening political participation. And of course, itong progressive politics sa ating bansa. Mula sa Center for Youth Advocacy and Networking and Youth Resist, naniniwala kami that the youth have the power and have always been transforming our society and even in the elections. Ngayon naman, puntahan natin doon sa connotation na vote wisely. Sabi nila, no, voting wisely this May 2022 elections entails thinking critically about Philippine democracy. It is the past, present, and the future. Pero ano ba yung best way to assess and choose yung ating mga kandidato? Itong tanong na to, this question must be seriously taken, no, by every Filipino voter, lalo na nating mga kabataan. Especially now that the electoral campaign has officially begun and that May 2022 elections is right around the corner. Next slide. Ngayon naman, let's bring back democracy into the picture. Kung makikita natin, in the absence of real political parties that are supposed to present the basis for choosing candidates, the task of voting wisely is more difficult. Real political parties are expected to exact accountability from their party members before, during, and after elections. And yung task natin as the voters, thus is just to scrutinize yung mga performance and trajectories ng mga political parties of the candidates. Given that, no, there is no real party competition to structure choices. So tayo mga Pilipinong botante, we have to examine everything about the candidates. Mula sa plataforma and messaging, especially doon sa priorities, mula sa character, ano ba yung integrity issues nitong kandidatong ito? Mula sa track record in politics and governance, alliances, no? Ano ba yung tactical alliances for them? Ano yung mga business interest? And of course, yung personal background mula educational attainment, family background, views on religion, gender, class, and etc. And of course, no, kailangan natin i-examine yung the walk of these candidates and not just the talk. Para para hiramin yung words ni Angelica Panganiban, sabi niya, ito ay nag-viral lately, sabi niya, hilatising mabuti ang mga mandiligaw. Halughugin ang biodata mula high school at college. Alamin at tignan ang character reference. Huwag magpabudol at huwag sa magnanakaw. Dito sa piyesa na ito, makikita natin, no, ay yung isang panibagong anggulo to further operationalize yung notion of voting wisely. May kita natin, no, na tayo mga botante, dapat kino-consider natin yung political regime that the candidates are likely to create or uphold if they are elected into office. Whether the rule will be democratic or not. Bakit ba, siguro naisip nyo, no, bakit yung sentro ng diskusyon natin ngayon ay patungkol sa demokrasya? Because, no, we think and see in Pilipinas at Youth Resist, no, that past governments and the history itself has been very successful in messing up our notions of democracy. We no longer seem to know what the requirements of democracy are. Yung extrajudicial killings ba ay compatible with democracy? Most importantly, ito yung nakakalungkot, no? Many no longer seem to care about what are the requirements of democracy. Maraming nagsasabi, nakakain ba yung demokrasya? Pero ano yung gusto nating ipahatid? It is this apathy towards presence, absence, and benefits of democracy that we should guard against in this election. Para siguro sa medyo panghuling mensahe, gusto kong ibahagi sa inyo yung sinabi ni Saul Alinsky. Sabi niya, change comes from power, and power comes from organization. In order to act, people must get together. Although marami sa atin sa Zoom ngayon ang mulat na, ang nag-advocate, ang patuloy na nag-empower sa mga kabataan, hindi pwede na tayo lang yung nakakaalam. Hindi pwede na tayo lang yung mag-vote wisely, no? Kailangan tayo ay organisado. Dapat tayo ay mag-organize. Tayo ay dapat patuloy mag-empower, mag-advocate, mag-foster at mag-educate ng ating mga kapwa kabataan. Panghuli, no, ito ay iiwan namin mula sa Center for Youth Advocacy and Networking. Yung mensahe na in the trenches where we have been in the history, we know what is democracy. It is decades of allowing people in the power to define it, build it, and own it. And now, sana magising ang lahat. Sana ma-realize ng lahat na tayo naman, that the people itself should define, build, and own what is democracy. Dahil at the end of the day, atin dapat ang demokrasya. Ayun, maraming salamat. Again, mula sa Center for Youth Advocacy and Networking and Youth Resist, maraming salamat sa pagbibigay ng espasyo na ito para makapagbahagi at makapag-educate din ng mga kapwa namin youth leaders on different sectors and different organizations.